Hello, crypto world. Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. So today, I'm looking at the DXY chart, or the US dollar index, and this is not a crypto chart. Why am I looking at this? Well, this chart does affect crypto, so it's important to be aware of what is taking place on the US dollar index chart because, like I said, it does affect crypto. So for those of you who have not seen some of my previous DXY videos, it is my belief that the DXY is repeating a structure that it printed from 1985 to 2002. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So in 1985 to 2002, it printed this structure here. Now, if you copied and pasted this structure over here, it would not jive. It wouldn't match. And the reason is the timing, the height, and the depth, they're all different. So what I did is I broke it up into different sections and copy and pasted it, matched it to the structure that played out over here to demonstrate that, yes, indeed, this structure is now being repeated over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the large overview picture of this structure, and then I will zoom into what is currently taking place today, and we'll talk about what potentially could be coming down the pike soon. So, like I said, this structure, if copy and pasted over here, it wouldn't match, but once it's broken up and matched to the different parts of the fractal or the different fractals within the bigger structure, you'll see that it is indeed the same structure playing out. So right here, this decline that took place in 1985 to 1988 is repeated over here. Let's zoom in and take a look at this. Now, it's important to know that every time a fractal plays out, it's never going to be exact. That's because the timing, the height, the depth, they're all going to be unique. So there'll be some originality to the fractal every time it plays out, but structurally it should be doing the same thing. And that's what we see here. So the DXY moves down when it should, and you can even see the resemblance in the overall structure. So it moves up here, it moves up here, it moves up here, and then it does this little swoop down to a point. So let's see what took place over here. So what comes next is this one right here that took place from 1988 to 1990, and we see that repeated here. Now, there is some deviation right here, but overall, it's doing what it should do. It moves up and then drops down to a new low, and then it moves into this next fractal, which over here took place from 91 to 1992. So here it took place in 2008 to 2011. It does one peak here and then one peak here, and then it moves into this structure right here that took place from 92 to 95. Here, it took place from 2011 to 2013. And as we move along, we see structurally they are doing the same thing. So here it moves up and kind of goes sideways. Here it moves up and goes sideways. This was more angled down, but structurally, if you zoom in, you'll see that, yes, indeed, it is similar. In 1997, it moves up quite drastically, and then it drops quite drastically in 1998. Here in 2014, it moves up quite drastically and drops in 2017/18. After which is this little part right here, which it moves up and moves down, and we see that taking place here in 2017/2021. So now we are at this final fractal right here. And as you can see, so far it has been following this. Now, this is a big mega structure that has been playing out. So it's a very strong structure. Now, sure, it can break at some point. Let's zoom in here, and if this continues to play out, which I suspect it probably will, this is what we can expect. So this structure ends in a 3-peak formation, but this is what we can expect in the coming months, years. So let's zoom in closer and take a look at this right here. Okay, so this is a zoomed in chart. So I'm on a 4-hour candle. And as you can see, it is doing this um, little bump right here. Now, this could be one of two things. It could either be gearing up to make another low. Let's zoom in and get a better look at it. Or it could be doing something like this. So it comes down, and then at the end of the decline, it does this little kind of peak right here, little move up and then move down. And that kind of is the ending structure to this slide down. We see it here on a smaller scale where it moves down and then it does that kind of final little bounce right there that completes this downward turn before moving back up into the next phase. So, is that what is taking place? Part of me thinks that it is. Of course, I could be wrong, but so far it is looking familiar, and I think it potentially could be that. We'll have to see how it plays out. So if it is this right here or this right here, what we should see next potentially is it begin to move back up. So in my previous video on the DXY, I talked about how it could potentially come down to here. Let me put it on this 200-day moving average and then bounce off of it. Well, it went below it, as you can see, but that doesn't mean it's not going to move up. So if it moves up, it will need to get above this 200-day moving average, which I suspect it probably will if it continues to follow this structure. Okay, so now I'm on a day candle. So like I said before, height, timing, and depth, they're all going to be unique and it's unpredictable. So we don't know how high this will go up, but this could be a potential idea of where it could go to, somewhere near around 130. We'll see, could be less. Anyways, I hope this update was helpful. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, it'd be much appreciated if you smash that thumbs up button. And if you find this type of technical analysis interesting, you should hit that subscribe button because you'll be notified when I put out new content. I cover the DXY, and as this pattern develops, as this structure develops, I will continue to cover it. One other thing, I am not a financial advisor, so none of this information that I present here should be used as investment or financial advice. Well, I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.